So they were back, the Obamas at the White House for a celebration all about them. I thought they already had portraits. I really did. I saw other ones. They look different. Anyway, any opportunity to talk about themselves. Here's Michelle.
What we're looking at today, a portrait of a biracial kid with an unusual name and the daughter of a water pump operator and a stay-at-home mom. What we are seeing is a reminder that there's a place for everyone in this country.
Oh, give me a break. We know that already. Abe Lincoln grew up dirt poor, okay? We know that about America. And is she, for a moment, maybe proud of America? Is she there yet? Hey, that whole funny name thing, it reminded me of something. It reminded me of her husband referring to the funny name. Do you remember this?
The hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.
It's all about them and their story. Well, somebody who's on to this couple and has been for a long time is our guest, Joel Gilbert. He's an investigative journalist. He's brilliant. Filmmaker and author. His latest film and book is Michelle Obama 2024, Her Real Life Story and Plan for Power. Joel, welcome back. How you doing?
Hey, great to be here. And yeah, it was another big day for the Obamas. And I think particularly for Michelle, she's all politics all the time. What you didn't show is the political statement she made about the peaceful transition to power, clearly a swipe at Trump. She talked about our democracy. She uses all the standard catchphrases of the Democrat Party. She never really has an original thought, but she's really good at talking points. And she's really a better politician than Barack was, a better speaker, and comes across more authentic.
You know, you're right about the speech. And don't worry, I got that little soundbite. She does take a swipe at Trump. It is kind of subtle, or maybe not so much. Let's go ahead and play that one, please. It's the last one.
Traditions like this matter, not just for those of us who hold these positions, but for everyone participating in and watching our democracy. You see, the people, they make their voices heard with their vote. We hold an inauguration to ensure a peaceful transition of power. Those of us lucky enough to serve, work, as Barack said, as hard as we can for as long as we can, as long as the people choose to keep us here. And once our time is up, we move on.
Okay, I get it. It was a swipe. Look, you think she's running for president. You made that case before. What came through to me is, she's doing the whole our story routine. That's how Barack Obama became president, talking about the story. Right. And America fell for it. Are they going to fall for it this time? It's just a story. And quite frankly, it's not that special.
Yeah, she has a story that's pretty much as fictitious as Barack's story. She did repeat it in this event today. She said, "A girl like me from the South Side, I'm not supposed to be here," shtick that she's been repeating for about 15 years. She's actually not from the South Side of Chicago, as they show in my film. She's from South Shore, which is on the lake, on Lake Michigan. Her father was not a water pump operator. He was a precinct captain for the Democrat Party machine in Chicago. And he had this job working for the water department as a patronage job, because his job was to whip up the neighborhood and make sure they come out and vote for the Democrats. So her story is fictitious. She's a very privileged kid from a privileged political family. And as I show in the film, she really ran away from the black community her whole life, for high school, for college. She worked for the Democrat Party machine. She was the assistant planning commissioner, made about 20,000 black people homeless when she knocked down the projects at Cabrini Green. And then she had this whole patient dumping scheme that she engineered working for the University of Chicago Medical Center, where she would actually take black South Siders and put them in these vans and dump them at these crappy clinics to prevent them from having access to health care. But as a politician, she wants you to believe that she's a rags to riches story, and she's one of these ordinary black folks that she spent her life exploiting.
Wow. Well, all right. Now, even if her story is fictitious, and I think you've got the truth, It's actually not that compelling a story. I mean, we've heard it before. We've heard it throughout our history. I don't think it's such a big deal. Do me a favor, play the "I've always wondered" clip.
I've always wondered, where does that supposed to come from? Who determines it? And too often in this country, people feel like they have to look a certain way or act a certain way to fit in, that they have to make a lot of money or come from a certain group or class or faith in order to matter.
Again, we know that's not true about America. We have known it for a very long time. If she does run, and I only have a few seconds left, this is nonsense. It's going to come out, or maybe it won't because the media will cover for her. But what would she run on if not this bogus story? I mean, it's not like she's a successful business lady or much of anything.
Well, she's following Barack's formula. Barack wrote Dreams from My Father, successful book. She wrote Becoming. Barack was the keynote speaker for John Kerry in 2004. She was Joe Biden's keynote speaker at the convention. Barack had Project Vote, voter registration organization. She started When We All Vote. So she's got her basic story, rags to riches, which is not true. And then she just repeats the Democrat talking points, and she's pretty damn good at it. So I think that's what you're going to see.
All right. Joel, amazing work, as usual. Check it out if you can. Go to MichelleObama24.com, and it's your website, and the content is amazing. Thanks very much, Joel Gilbert.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.